Welcome, everyone, to the 42nd Annual HCIL Symposium. I'm very excited to have you all here today as we celebrate accomplishments and all of the amazing things that have been done in the HCIL over the last year. And there is a lot to celebrate. We have a day packed with various talks and a panel and posters at the reception. So I'm going to go through all of that, and then we're going to jump straight into our plenaries afterward. And so I want to first talk about some of the highlights from the last year that have been happening in the lab. And, you know, if I'm being honest, this last year, and especially 2025, have been tough for a lot of researchers. I talk about this in my director's letter in the program, but, you know, we are having a lot of challenges as researchers, as academics, and HCI is not immune to that. And so I think it's even more important than ever for us to have community and us to keep pushing forward, because I think we're doing really important research, and we're going to hear a lot of that research today. So in our welcomes and exciting news, this past year we welcomed 3 new faculty to campus who do HCI research. This year all 3 of them happen to be in the CS department, but as you probably know, the HCIL has folks from all across campus, but I want to offer a special welcome to Fumeng, Mohit, and Gabe, who have all joined us in this past year. There have been a lot of HCIL students who have graduated in the past year. I think around 10 PhD students and a whole bunch of master students. If you want to see a partial list of those folks who have graduated, you can see that in the back of the program, and we're really excited to see what those folks do as they take the next step in their career. We have a huge congratulations to some faculty who recently got promoted. So first and foremost, I want to call out the HCIL Associate Director, Joelle Chan, who's unfortunately at an event off campus today and couldn't join us. But Joelle received tenure last month, as did Naimul Hassan, who also received tenure. And if you're not familiar with this process, it is a tedious, long, painful process to get promoted, and especially to get tenure. So this is something that is very much worth celebrating. And we have one more. So after you become an associate professor with tenure, the next promotion is full professor. And Tammy Clegg, this past month, received word that she had been approved to be promoted to full professor. Yay, Tammy! We have some fond farewells, some good lucks, and the first one I want to offer is to Bill Coulis, who also couldn't be here today. Bill has been a part of the HCIL as long as he has been at Maryland, and most recently, the coolest fun thing that he's been doing in recent years is working with Huishu and some other folks on campus around combining dance and robotics. And so I couldn't find a still shot, so I watched a video that the university had produced and grabbed the still shot of him doing that. But Bill is going to be moving on to do some new things outside academia, and we're very excited for him. Next, I want to wish a very, very happy retirement to Carol Boston. Carol, are you here? Okay. If Carol did register, so if she shows up, somebody needs to tell me, because I have some flowers for her. Carol, I don't even know how long she has been in the iSchool, but she's been around for a long time, and she is at every HCIL event. She's always been extremely supportive of the HCI master students and the HCIL students in general, and we're very excited for her to be able to have a peaceful, happy retirement. As with most HCI groups, we had a big presence at CHI this year. It was actually much bigger than normal, I believe. I went through the program a couple weeks ago and counted 45 different UMD people who were presenting at CHI. And CHI was in Yokohama in Japan about a month ago. And among the HCIL contributions, we had 20 full papers that were published, and there's a blog post on the HCIL website with links if you want to check out any of the papers. But we also had HCIL members who were participating in various other events workshops, SIGs, panels, interactivity, those types of things. And at CHI, they do Best Paper Awards. So the top 1% of papers at CHI receive a Best Paper. The next 2 through 5% receive an honorable mention. And 4 of those 20 papers received an award. So I just wanted to call out these 4 papers and congrats to all of the authors from the HCIL who were involved in this. This is a huge accomplishment to get an honorable mention or a Best Paper. Next, most of you know about Ben Schneiderman and Jenny Priest. Ben Schneiderman was the founder of the HCIL, founding it 42 long years ago, and he and Jenny have been extremely supportive of the lab, even in the years since they've retired. Around 2020, they set up an award that's called the HCIL Maryland Way Award for Research Excellence, and this is an award that focuses on something that Ben wrote about 25, 30 years ago called the Maryland Way. The Maryland Way, as it says here, is about 7 sparks to foster innovation. And what makes the HCIL special? What leads to us doing some pretty amazing research? And you can see from the list here, a lot of it is about persistence, thinking about what the good problems are, really pushing through failure, and working hard. Back in 2019, Nicholas added an 8th component to the Maryland Way, and that is transferring results to a general audience, because it is really important to do good research. It's also really important to think about how to best communicate that research to wide and diverse audiences. You know, scientific communication is even more important now than ever. And so we have a committee that every year we solicit nominations for advanced PhD students who are HCIL members, and then we had a 3-person committee who reviewed all those applications. This was an incredibly competitive year, and I want to announce our winner this year is Zayu Yan, who is a 6th-year student in CS. Come on down, Zayu, I have a plaque for you. So the awards committee, Joelle was running the awards committee, and they noted that they were winning interdisciplinary research on sustainable maker technology that has also translated to practical impact and in media coverage, open source contributions, and educational partnerships and outreach. And Zayu's going to give kind of a back-to-back double talk, so we're going to hear extra from him today about some of the research he's been doing. And I want to, you're just doing amazing work, Zayu, so congratulations. Yeah, thank you. And as I said, it was so competitive this year. We don't normally have an honorable mention runner-up, but we decided that we needed to this year. And so I want to recognize Reipu Hu, who is a 4th-year candidate in Info. Reipu could not be here today. We have a pre-recorded talk from him. But for Reipu, the committee said they were impressed by the strong integration of his research on designing tools for older people with memory concerns with sustained external stakeholder impact in that community. So big congrats to everyone who was nominated, and particularly to Zayu and Reipu. And then we have, this is not something that is directly done by the HCIL, but in the iSchool, we have an HCI master's degree program. And every year, Ben and Jenny give an award to one HCIM student. And I just wanted to acknowledge today, I don't know if Chao Min is here, but Chao Min Wu was selected as the HCIM awarder for leadership, high ethical values, and meaningful contributions in and outside of the classroom. So congratulations to Chao Min. Okay, I want to give a big shout out to our sponsors, because these events and just the HCL running would not be possible without support from internal and external sponsors. And once again this year, we are so grateful to Vex Robotics for being our champion sponsor. And Jimmy, are you in the room? Jimmy is in the back. So Jimmy is an HCIL alum. Jimmy graduated with his PhD and is now the Director of Computer Science Education at Vex. He brought the latest version of Vex's AIM robot If people want to play with that today, they do all kinds of robotics and other tools for computer science education. He'll be around all day. He doesn't have a formal booth, but if you want to talk to him or talk to him about working in industry, I'm sure he will be more than happy to chat with you. So thank you, Jimmy, and thank you, Vex. Our research is also sponsored by many, many different research entities, and so I've included this list here. I'm not going to read through them all, but again, our research wouldn't be possible without sponsorship by the government, by private entities, and we are very grateful to that. I'd like to thank my personal sponsor for today. For those who are in the lab, you know I have been sick for the last 2 weeks with a bad case of the flu, and literally started feeling better yesterday. And so I am standing on my feet today, thanks to Dayquil and prednisone, my personal saviors. They will get me through the day. If you see me laying down in the hallway, it's because I needed a nap. So, and then finally, we have, it takes a village, and this year it takes even more of a village because I have been incapacitated for a lot. So there are many, many people to thank here. I want to call out a few people. And Paris, are you in the room? Can somebody go in the hallway and grab Paris? Thank you, Evan. So it takes lots and lots of people to do this. Evan is our photographer. He is going to get Paris. Craig is going to also be taking pictures today. Sarah helps with our events coordination, but she couldn't be here today. But I want to give a big shout out to Paris. Paris, come on down. You're the next contestant on the HCIL Price is Right. So I just want to give an extra shout out here to Paris. Paris just got her master's degree in the iSchool and has been helping me for the last 2 years. This event would not happen without that. And Paris and I share a deep love of BTS. And so I'm giving her some purple flowers. And thank you so much, Paris. You are a lifesaver. So thanks to Paris. Thanks to everyone else who has helped today. Okay, so what are we doing today? If you have a physical program, you'll see this about 4 pages in. It's also in the PDF program. We're going to shift now to our plenary talks. And we have 3 plenary talks from different faculty. And then after that, we're going to shift immediately into our first round of lightning talks, and that'll go through lunchtime. In lunch will be boxed lunches, and you can sit outside, obviously. You can sit inside and grab that. There's also some themed lunch tables. You might have seen that when you checked in. In the afternoon, we have a panel, more lightning talks, a coffee break, the last round of lightning talks. We're going to get through, I think, 37 lightning talks today, so you're going to hear about so many different things. And then at the end, around 5:45, we'll wrap up, and we want you to, if you're here in person, to hang around, eat some cake and food, check out posters, because some of our presenters also have posters today. And then if you have any questions throughout the day, you can reach out to Paris. But some final reminders. We're going to have question breaks at various points throughout the presentations today. Please ask questions, be curious, grab people during a break to talk to them about what they're doing. If you are going to ask a question, just make sure you use a mic. There's going to be one up front and maybe somebody walking around with one. If you want to post about this, we do have a Blue Sky and a Mastodon account. We left Twitter last year because nobody wants to be on that site anymore. But feel free to tag us, the account, or use a hashtag. And then try to not eat in this room. If you're going to eat out there. And then just a note for everyone in the room and online that we will have all of the videos posted online later this summer, and we'll send out a message when we do that. So without further ado, I believe, yes, that is the end. So I am going to transition now to our lightning talks. And I believe Hoishu is first. So Hoishu, if you want to come up here, and we will get this